just becoming like a bit of a twilight zone out there at the moment. Things are becoming rather bizarre and rather strange. We are most certainly entering like some kind of like a twilight zone, like honestly. But what I would like to remind people, I would like to remind every single one of you to just try to stay as optimistic as possible, because only the actual optimism is going to help us to keep on top of everything, to keep on top of things, and to keep on top of our lives. We need to carry on doing things that are making us happy. We need to carry on doing things that are making us progress in our lives, or at the same time we need to make sure that we are keeping ourselves busy. No matter what I say to you out there, the things are really strange at the moment. There is, we have been told so many lies, and it's getting absolutely ridiculous and completely out of control. The whole world out there, it's been based on lies, and so much that has been going on lately, in particular when it comes to them telling us news. Who is even trusting to the media anymore? They're absolutely completely not on our side. This has been evident for a really, really long time, but now within the last few years, it's just became blatantly obvious that all what the media want to do is just basically, it's literally to work against their own people. And this is why when you step back from all this and when you look at the situation from a whole different angle, come on, it's the only reason why they wanted to stop the world, the only reason why they wanted to prevent people from going to work. It's not because they want to take care of people. It's not because they care about you, they care about me, they care about our health, as if, completely as if. It's not. It is to do with the actual economy. Come on, wake up and open your eyes. This is exactly what is happening right now. They're using this situation when it comes to this particular virus in order to shut down the whole economy in the whole world. Do you see how crazy this is? Do you see how insane this is? Do you see where this is going to lead? Do you see what these people want to do? These people don't care about my health. These people don't care about my security. These people don't care about your health. These people don't care about your security. All these people care about is about their nasty agenda. Okay, and their nasty agenda is just like, honestly, it's like this is becoming like a sci-fi movie. It's literally becoming like a sci-fi movie. These people are absolutely scary. Their agenda is to stop the world in order to destroy the economy. The time when they destroy the economy, it's going to be much easier for them to manipulate every single one of us, okay? And it's going to be much easier to manipulate every single one of us because we are going to be in this particular state of fear. We are going to be in this particular state of negativity, which is going to make all of us, every single one, like so vulnerable, like there is no tomorrow, so vulnerable that they're waiting for us to reach the certain point, the point when we don't care anymore, when we just don't absolutely care anymore what's going on and what's happening, and we just want everything to return to normal, and we just want to all go back to work and to return the life how it was, you see. But then when that moment happens later on, this is what these people are actually planning. When that moment happens later on, when we reach as the humanity the peak of this basically sensitivity, the peak of vulnerability, this is when it's so easy for them to manipulate, and then they can just splash down all sorts of agenda that they think that you should live by, they think that you should do, they think that you should change, they think that you should follow. It's really incredible, and it's so much to do with their agenda. It's to do with their agenda, what they wanted to do and create for such a long time with these new order things and all these things together. This is exactly why they're doing this. It's insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. I will tell you this, really, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not saying that there isn't any virus or anything like that whatsoever. No, I'm not going to say this, but I'm saying they're using this opportunity to do their nasty things. And this is one of the nasty things, to make us to believe like it's the best way to deal with this situation, to have the world closed. No, 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 baby, no. It is not the best thing to do to have the world closed. Everything needs to return back to normal as soon as possible. The world needs to reopen as soon as possible, and people need to go back to work. If we have ill people, okay, we are going to take care of them by working and by making sure that the economy is strong and that the economy is going through and that the economy is actually working. We can put aside, we can take care of people that are vulnerable, okay? We can take care of the people that are vulnerable, okay? We can make sure that they've got all the medications and everything that they need, okay? We can take care of the people that are elderly. We can do this, you know. We can also like take care of the people, you know, that are showing symptoms and people that are even worried about certain symptoms. So we can do all this, but the most successful we are going to be if we all return back to work and we all work with the economy, because if the economy is not working and the economy stops, then the world is going to stop, and then we are leading towards the greatest depression. And once we get to the greatest depression, it's going to be very dangerous. It's going to be very dangerous because people are not going to have a money to buy food. People are not going to have a money to pay the rent. People are not going to have a money to pay their mortgages. People are not going to have, you know, money to live. People are not going to have money to buy water, you know, to drink. This is absolutely terrifying. And this is when people become really depressed, because people can't just keep on borrowing money and borrowing money and borrowing money. And I'm sorry to say, but lots of things are leading to such a deep depression, such a terrible depression that are going to come out of it, that people are just going to be quite suicidal, and lots of people are going to commit suicides. And this is not the first time that this happened. This has happened before, and now it seems to be repeating again. And this is why this is so important. People, you have to understand, you have to wake up, that we have to like return back to normal as soon as possible. These people are playing with people's lives, who are saying to people, oh no, you need to stay at home. You need to stay at home. And if you say otherwise, you know what they do? These fake little bots, you know, all around the internet, because all the internet is being taken over. But what they're doing is, like, as soon as you say like a common sense, and as soon as you say that the people should go back to work, they're like, oh no, you want bad for people. You want people to die. You want people to be ill. You want people like not to get well. You know, it's an absolute nonsense. They're playing with our mind. This is all the way they play with our mind. This is the mind control. The majority of those people that are actually saying this, they're like a little bots, you know, little bots all around the social network sites. As soon as you say something like that, like complete and pure common sense, that people should go return back to work as soon as possible. Yes, we can be careful. Yes, we can make sure that we don't stand too close enough to people so we don't say the truth, you know. No. We're just going to make sure that we do all these things, but we just need to make sure that we actually return back to work and everything returns back to normal, because that's the only way to fix this world. That's the only way to fix this economy. That's the only way to prevent people from going depressed. That's the only way from preventing people to go low. That's what I was going to say, that whatever you say on these social networks, you know, it's just becoming so bad, you know, because there's so many bots. Sorry, with these bots, I mean these fake people, or people who have been paid to actually create a fake outrage. So you say something and you get, oh no, how can you say this? Oh no, how can you say this? Oh no, how can you mention this? As soon as you have like a different opinions, this is what these little bastards are actually doing. Oh, outrage. That's what they need to be ignored. And that's why I have to say to you, to every single one of you, please keep on using your common sense. It's very important to use the common sense, because this is what they're trying to do. As further away we drift from reality, you know, as further away we drift from the truth, we are going to, the further away we drift from reality. As further away we drift from the truth, the further away we drift from reality. This is exactly so much true. And this is what people just need to realize, that the majority of internet, everything is being controlled by this, you know, by these people who are not thinking the way we are thinking, who are thinking that what is the best for us. It's a very terrible moment in time indeed. And that's why I'm saying that as soon as you say something like a common sense, like what would make sense for people to do, you just immediately get attacked, and then people don't realize that the majority of these people who attack them are actually not real. The majority of people who attack them like a little bots, this is all a terrible and nasty and rather vile propaganda that is going on in the world right now. And if you want to believe the truth, that's absolutely fine. I absolutely welcome you. But if you don't want to believe the truth, then you just need to really open your eyes, and you need to look at the situation from a slightly different angle. And once you open your eyes, and once you see the situation from a slightly different angle, everything is literally going to start making sense to you like there is no tomorrow. Okay, it is just so important to actually just remember to stay truth to yourself, just to trust your own instincts, and basically just like to believe your common sense, because this is exactly what these people are trying to do. They're trying to make you believe that something absolute complete nonsense is the way out of this. The way out of this situation is for us all, of course, to be careful. As I said, I just don't know, it's just so terrible to say, because we will be feeding lies for such a long time. They have been lying to us for such a long time. Wherever you turn, it's some kind of lie. Wherever you turn, it's some kind of propaganda. No, you don't think in the right way. Let me just correct your thinking. Let me just correct the way you think. It's absolutely crazy. And then at the same time, you've got like a media on one hand, like, please, come on. They didn't stop fear mongering. They didn't stop fear mongering. They didn't stop fear mongering. Why do you think it's that? Why do you think that this nasty media didn't stop fear mongering? Because by increasing the level of fear, you can't find a way out. You can't even think about anything else. You can't even focus about anything else, because they're constantly telling you an absolute bullshit in your ears. They're telling you nonsense. I say bullshit. I'm not saying that the bullshit is, oh yeah, people died. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that they're just fear mongering. It is the Project Fear, and they're doing it on purpose. And there were lots of lies that we have been told. There are lots of actors that have been used. It is absolutely crazy, but we are going to come to top of this at some point in time. It is very important to say that, alongside with the mainstream media, you've got like a Hollywood celebrities, they're just absolutely terrible. They're actors, and they're lying all the time, and I don't like it. Look at this. They're all having this like a virus now. Suddenly all these celebrities, one by one after another, are having a virus. Absolutely terrible. They're lying. And just remember, just look at the different side to it. As I said, you will see that something is not right. You will know that something is not right. I'm trying to open your eyes. I know that the most of you know that something really terrible and weird and bizarre is going on, but it's been hidden under the veil of this virus that these nasty people are using currently in order to get a control of the actual world. But this is what these people want to do. They literally want to destroy the economy. We need to stop this, because they are going to destroy the economy if we don't return to work, and if we don't return back to normal as soon as possible. We are going to be taking precautions, we are going to take care, we are going to stand away from each other, and all these things that they require us to do. But it's just important for the economy to return to the normal. For example, also, I really genuinely think that, if people are spending too much time indoor, that people really need to also, this is crazy, because we are kind of placed in our own little prisons without even realizing. They have decided to place us in our own little prisons, and we are not even realizing how obedient we are. We can't just stay like that obedient. We need to make sure that we are progressing with the world. It's just so important. I can't explain how important it is for everybody to return back to to work, because as soon as we do that, the better it's going to be, because people are going to end up with so much debt. People are going to become so negative. People are going to become really depressed. People are going gonna become quite suicidal. It's just not really good, because people are not going to find a way out. It's just absolutely ridiculously important also for people to exercise if they can possibly can. People need to exercise. This is rather important moment in time to do something like that. But honestly, above all, I just want to everybody to realize that this is exactly what's happening right now, and it's just absolutely so ridiculously important for every single one of you to return to life, back to its normality. I'm just gonna say this, like, for example, these people, these dangerous people who are running the world behind the scene, what they want us to do, they would ideally want us to like have the whole year off, like 2 years off, don't even go back to work anymore. It's absolutely disgusting, but in a real world that doesn't work, and we're gonna have to come to on top with this. We're gonna have to like do something. We're gonna have to kind of like really realize what exactly is going on here when it comes to this. On another hand, I would highly like to recommend something to people also to take to boost the immune system in general. This is not for the virus in itself. This is to boost the immune system in general, which is absolutely brilliant in case people get unwell. Because I also think that on another hand, certain Wi-Fi's are quite dangerous as well because of its radiation. So this is something else also to pay attention to, because that Wi-Fi in particular can actually the latest Wi-Fi. That Wi-Fi can in particular really have an impact on your immune system and can give you like a symptoms like this, like a similar to cold and flu, because it's like a because it's like a basically messing up with your immune system. So it's like a Wi-Fi. It's very important. I want to say this to you, if you possibly can, basically just turn off your Wi-Fi as much as you can, and also more importantly, turn off your Wi-Fi when it comes to the actual, before you go to sleep, and my Lord, God forbid, and just keep the actual phone away from yourself as well, like about a couple of meters away, or just keep it in the different room. It would be quite good, because the phones actually have, sadly, there's really bad radiation, and it's all to do, a lot to do with like a 5G as well, which is this latest Wi-Fi that I'm talking about, which is not really good. So this is something to pay attention to as well. On another hand, what else I would highly recommend to keep on taking, like a vitamin C, like a high dose of vitamin C, what I was recommending before, organic acerola cherry powder. You take it in the morning with a little glass of water, 1 teaspoon of organic acerola cherry powder. Organic acerola cherry powder is a natural form of vitamin C, and it's absolutely fantastic, because 1 little teaspoon gives you whopping amount of vitamin C, which is absolutely superb, and in particular when it comes to boosting immune system. So it's organic acerola cherry powder. I would highly suggest you to get and to actually take a little glass of water, one teaspoon in the morning drinking, and then in the evening as well. So twice a day would be highly advisable. The natural form of vitamin D, if you can possibly like go outside in the sun, it's very important. Oh la la, we're allowed to go outside like at the moment for one exercise. Thank you, Jesus. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so now basically, yeah, so that it's important like to get a vitamin D, natural form of vitamin D without any chemicals, without any horrible ingredients or anything like that. And vitamin D, it's also going to be very important for your bones health, but also on another hand to boost your immune system. As I said, organic acerola cherry powder, a natural form of vitamin D. Vitamin D you can get also from the sun, of course. And also another thing that I was going to say is a zinc supplement. Zinc supplement is absolutely important to also like protect yourself from a cold and flu, and to boost your immune system. And the last thing I was going to say is also to get organic extra virgin coconut oil. Organic extra virgin coconut oil, you see, it looks like that. It's not like really oil, but it's quite hard like this. You see here? organic coconut oil is just something that I highly recommend you to get. And this is very important, because if you take just one little teaspoon, like a half a teaspoon or one little teaspoon every single day, you know, at around the morning or at around the lunchtime, but I would just take it at around the morning, at the beginning of the day, at the start of your day. Indeed, an organic extra virgin coconut oil, I would take 1 teaspoon, but if you can't take the whole teaspoon, I would take like the half, you know. But it's important, but it also plays an important role in boosting your immune system, indeed, because it's giving to your body the ingredients that your body wouldn't be able to produce by itself. Okay, so it's very important to take this, because it's got so much goodness in order to make you feel better and in order to enhance and boost your immune system. So this is the combination that I would be taking. So especially now when people are spending lots of time at home and things like that, you know, people are not spending time outside as much as they normally do. So that means also that is going to kind of be not dangerous, but is also going to be quite not really good for the immune system. So the supplements that I recommended are supplements for the immune system. And I just also want to say that I do not earn on this supplement. I don't make money on these supplements whatsoever, because I don't give you any links. I don't tell you where to go to get them. I just say to people what to get in order to boost their immune system. So this comes from the heart. I'm not selling this. I'm not making money on this whatsoever, but I think something that the humanity and people should be taking right now at the moment, because also it is just the time of uncertainty. It's already becoming quite evident here. So this is the information that I was just going to say to you, and try to, like, I know it sounds really weird, but because they're controlling us so much through the news, through the media, the celebrities, I can't absolutely stand Hollywood celebrities. You know, I spoke about it before. They're absolutely terrible. They are devilish. They are devilish, and they're devilish. And they're telling you, in combination with the mainstream media, what you should do, my darling. You know that you do complete opposite. You know that they're doing something. You know that they're up to something. The Hollywood celebrities don't care about you. The Hollywood celebrities don't care about me. Do you know what their opinion is worth? You know those crazy people that used to go in the shop and they used to like a fight about the toilet paper? They might as well fight for the Hollywood celebrities' opinion. You see what I mean? You do the same thing, yeah, with the toilet paper and Hollywood celebrities' opinion. That's how much it's worth in my mind, because all what they do, they're very devilish. They're completely different to what people think, but also what they do is they're part of this agenda. They're part of this acting. They're part of this lie that's been covering the world for such a long time, and only now it's all coming out how devilish these celebrities are, these Hollywood celebrities, and what they're actually doing, you know, what their plan is, and it's not nice. So that's why I'm saying that they're part of their agenda against us, against normal people, and they're using them, and all what they're doing is they're reading the script, and in particular where they're telling you, you need to stay at home, you need to stay at home, you need to stay at home. You know something is not right there. When the mainstream media, it's all what they're doing, they keep on repeating exactly the same thing 24/7. This is what I was going to say. Turn your news off. Turn the bloody television off. And another thing, you know what I mean? You can't escape from them, and this is all part of the mind control. I want to let you know, my people, this is all part of the mind control. You go on the Prime, you go on the Netflix, look what these bastards are doing. Like, you've got the recently recommended movies, recently added movies. Did you see? What they do is they're putting all the movies now that are do with some kind of apocalypse, some kind of doomsday, the end of days, contagion, which is like, they use the certain words. They're playing with us like there is no tomorrow. These people are so terrible. They're playing with us. They put in the movies what is actually happening now. So they're just doing the movie. They're making the movie that was already made. This is crazy, but this is how they are taking piss out of us. So I'm sorry to use this language, but this is completely true. And also, so that's what I was going to say. This is the part of the mind control. You can turn off your news, but on another hand, you just need to remember, oh yeah, let me just go and watch movie, la la la. You go and watch movie, you go to Netflix, you go to Prime, and all this recently recommended, like you know when they put new movies in, recently added. As I said, it's all part of the mind control. It's all about like the doomsday, the end day, the last days, and then you watch this, and then you don't come out of this bubble that they created for you. This bubble that they created for me, and this bubble is going to become thicker and thicker and thicker, and at the end it's going to be difficult, almost impossible to come out of it if we don't actually realize right now what is happening. So at the same time, they're using Hollywood people, they're using these movies in order to further our mind control by making us fear, by making us scared, by making us being familiar with this doomsday situation. This is what they're actually literally doing. They're part of this devilish agenda, and they want me to watch these movies and just go along with the flow. Even when you are basically not watching news and things like that, they are still filling your mind with an absolute and utter mind control nonsense. So that's why I'm saying, if you want to go to watch movies, don't watch their recently recommended movies and things like that, although they changed all the movie to fit their narrative, to fit their agenda. Just go and watch, like, this is what I do. Go and watch 80s movies, 70s movies, like really old movies I'm watching constantly lately, because I don't have to listen to about, climate change and all this nonsense that they're talking about, that they're putting in every single movie in order to control us. It's just so important, because they're doing all this in order to actually prepare us for what they're actually doing. And this is, they're just to change, their agenda. And now they will want to use this situation when it comes to this virus. It's terrible. All the things that they wanted to do and that they wanted to give to people, they want to hammer in front of the people. Now they're like, oh yeah, this is because now you can do this, now you can do that. Just this is all in order to actually create the world that they want to create. And trust me, this is the world that nobody likes to live in. This is the world that is created by certain individuals and certain people who are completely out of touch, who are completely out of reality. They don't think about my health. They don't think about your health. They don't think about my security, my safety. They don't think about your security and your safety. All what the selfish people think about is to completely hide what is going on right now in the world, and they just keep on going and going and going until they reach their selfish agenda. They don't care how many people are going to die. They don't care how the world is going to end up. They don't care how the world is going to turn up. They don't care if people are going to die of depression if we just leave the world closed, for such a long time. Just please use your common sense. You are being manipulated throughout the internet. You are being manipulated throughout the television. You are being manipulated throughout magazines. You are being literally manipulated everywhere in order to think that the best for the world is just to shut the world down, like for as long as you can. No, it's all a scam, basically. They're saying, shut down the world for as long as you can, so you can protect, old people. Do you know what I mean? They're absolutely crazy. Just open your eyes to the truth, please. Open your eyes, open your eyes, and open your eyes. I know that this message wasn't as exciting, or as how I normally am, but this was just really something that I wanted to share with all of you. It is the truth, and we are gonna go through this together. We are gonna get stronger. I say to you, I don't want to leave you really negative or anything like that, but I just, if you are pushing towards the world being closed and towards the economy being closed, you just need to understand that you're the one who is pushing towards the world destruction. Those who are pushing towards the world being closed, you listen to me, those who are pushing towards the world being closed, okay, for the business and things like that, are those who are pushing towards the world destruction. This is why you have all those nasty little bots all around the social network, supporting this nonsense nonsense, by saying to people, oh no, you're a terrible person because you want all these people to die, you want all these people to die. You know how nasty they are. They've got the answer to absolutely everything. Whatever you say, you are something. Whatever you say, you are something. You know, it's been like that for years. Come and open your eyes. They want to divide us. This is what they want to do. They want to divide us, divide us, divide us. They want to make us obedient, scared and paranoid by keeping us indoors. They don't care about our health. Please wake up. You know, this is going to change. Please, God, please, dear Lord Jesus Christ, please, 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 please help. Honestly, help. As the world, we need the help. We need to come back to normal. We need to get back to the actual normality, to the actual reality. This is absolutely gone way too far. Please, Jesus, please, God, help us out. Please, I beg you. Honestly, this is how I feel. And I just really, absolutely, I pray to God that this comes to an end as soon as possible, as early as possible. We return back to work. We make sure that the economy is really strong. We make sure that the economy is really powerful. And that's the best way to help out to each other. We will be careful. We will help out to the vulnerable people. We will give a necessary help to vulnerable people. We will give a necessary help to the elderly people. We will give a necessary help to all the people who can be affected. Okay, we can isolate people, do all sorts of things while we are still returned back to work. We can be careful, but the world needs to return back to work, because otherwise it's heading towards the actual depression. And this is why I just want for everybody to understand, this is my point of view, but it's at the same time a God honest truth. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.